Two down, 298 to go for 2026. And number two this year is Beck. Now, this is the Spanish edition of the Beck omnibuses. This is volume 1 and volume 2 of Beck. This is the first time I've read in Spanish in quite a long time, and I can't even say that I read in Spanish the last time because I was a kid. So I was really just looking at the panels, not really reading it. So it took me a little bit longer to read because I had to translate a bunch of words that I have never used and never knew even existed, which was great for my Spanish speaking. I do have some other Spanish volumes, which I might be reading this year. We'll see where we're at when it comes to that. But I digress. Beck is a music manga that follows Koyuki and his path into learning music. He is introduced to other main characters relatively quickly on, one being a friend of his from a calligraphy class that he bumps into at a swim team and just happens to join his friend to see that. The other one is, I'm assuming, going to be the band leader for the band that he's in, but by the end of this volume, they are not good friends. There's some things that happen that makes him dislike Koyuki, but even so. That same band leader has a sister who has a lot of faith in Koyuki after they spend a night singing Under the Moon. And then later on, doing some other more risque things. It is a very lighthearted manga, albeit very teen boyish, especially in the way that it's drawn. Like, you can tell that it's supposed to be through the eyes of a teen boy. But even so, wonderful manga. 10 out of 10. I can't wait for the collector's edition in the US to drop. I might just pick up the single volumes from Tokyo Pop that released back in the day, even though they are kind of expensive. But I mean, at this point, I don't really care. We know what series I have that is more than an arm and a leg for every single volume, and we're more than halfway to getting them. I digress. 10 out of 10. Highly recommend. If you haven't read Beck, definitely do it. If you're like me and you're waiting for the collector's edition to drop, totally get it. Well worth the read. And I will catch all of you in the next one.